Alright guys, welcome to the Asian Beta Cup games that were played here. This is the finals. This is between Beastie and Xi.Gua. Getting right into this though, spawning here in the lower left corner of the map, it's going to be the blue Terran, Empire.Beastyqt.
And his opponent spotting vertically across the map, it is the red Zerg, Xi.Gua.
And I'm Rifkin. I'm here casting these replays with Zeph.
Sure. And I hear this was actually a pretty sick match.
Yeah, the entire series was really good. I only got to catch the very tail end of it, so I don't know about the games leading up to it, but I do know that this had an epic finish to say the least. So, I guess one of the casters must have disconnected in this particular match. Asking if they're going to regame or not, but just continue to go through. Okay, so it's Heart of the Swarm, guys. For those who don't know, this is not Wings of Liberty. And this is Star Station. So this is a really big map, but it's also a pretty, well, I guess you could say symmetrical map in every aspect of it.
Yeah, for sure. I actually quite like the look of it. All kind of Protoss-esque design. But these guys on this map, given their spawn locations, are actually not too far from each other, so it could make for some interesting tactics here.
Yeah, the ZVT meta in Heart of the Swarm has kind of shifted away from being so heavily Zerg favored to, or at least in the early game, I should say. Let me rephrase that. You got Terrans now with these stronger, earlier game units coming out of the factory with Widow Mines, with Hellbats. It's a lot easier for a Terran to take control of that mid game, whereas before, you know, between Roaches and Speedlings, it was really hard to out mid game a Zerg.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to take a while for Zergs to kind of adjust again and figure out just how much they can get away with on how little to really excel in their economy and just kind of walk all over anything Terran does. And hopefully, you know, we don't actually get to that stage, because it's quite boring having Zergs just figure out every single timing from Terran ever and just crush it.
I kind of like the way Beastie's building his wall up here. This is kind of just perfect, actually. So the command center, the barracks, and supply depot. So he has created that very important Terran wall off while expanding in the coolest way he probably could.
Indeed. He'll deny some scouting from the front, but unfortunately the Overlord will arrive at his base in not too long and sit in a nice position to sacrifice itself in at a later point, so Xi.Gua can get a nice idea of what's going on.
Yeah, the sad life of being that first Overlord. Like, on one hand, you're the first, it's exciting, you're in existence, you've lived the longest technically, up until the point where you're just sacrificed for information.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, straight off the bat, Xi.Gua's actually going to get a scout off on the gas of BaseTradeTV here, so that's some important information for the early game. But similarly, BaseTradeTV is going to have a look around in the base of Xi.Gua. Yeah,
my question is Beastie going to open this with the oh-so-typical and classic version of Hellion Banshee, or are we going to see deviations? We see a lot of people starting to incorporate Widow Mines, trying to play super defensive rather than go for that really, I guess, not super aggressive, but that aggression that Hellions just kind of provide.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, the factory is coming along, so it hopefully won't be too long before we see what he's actually going to choose. I do quite like the Widow Mine option, though, I have to say.
Yeah, they're very strong in the early game. It's not so easy for Zerg to get detection out. I mean, you're going to have Overseers eventually, but of course that does require the layer. So the Widow Mine being burrowed plays a pretty strong role in that early mid-game section.
Yeah, definitely, and wow, Beastie being very greedy here, grabbing a second command center, and the Ling will have caught wind of that.
Well, I guess that's a tactic from Wings of Liberty that has carried through the Heart of the Swarm, where, you know, 3 CCs for a Terran this early, fairly standard at this point. It's, I mean, like, really, when you know you're playing against an opponent like Zerg, if he's just going to drone, which actually doesn't seem to be the case, we have 18 Zerglings on the way, Zeph.
Wow.
But yeah, typically if your opponent's going to be droning like mad, they're going to have this monster economy. The only way you can really keep up to that is with that third command center, getting those extra mules, those extra SCVs. But man, I'm really worried for Beastie. There's a lot of Zerglings coming across the field. 18 to the 1 Marine and a single bunker, Seth. This is not looking good.
Yeah, this is actually a really smart move by Xi.Gua to see if he can do some damage, because he knew exactly how much Beastie had. And he might be able to punish him here. He's going for the SCVs. Will he be able to actually do any significant damage?
Well, the Marine does get into the bunker, and the SCVs are going to try and repair. Unfortunately, loading in. That's the annoying part of having a bunker. Widow Mines do pop just in time, and they should actually stop this. Oh! Big splat in all those Zerglings.
Wow, that was pretty brutal right there. There's Widow Mines saving the day. And wow, the
Three
mule
Zerglings
escapes.
do get into the base though. And BC's not done cleaning this up yet. He might lose a couple more CVs if he's not careful.
He does hold that off with reasonable ease though once those Widow Mines came out. Only lost 5 workers, so it wasn't all that bad.
Yeah, wasn't
considering
even
that was
forced.
18 lings.
Yeah, and he wasn't forced out of the base or anything. And Xi.Gua just gonna go take his third, realizing that okay, my aggression did not work, but I was not super dedicated to that. If we look at the harvester count, he is still up in workers by 16.
Yeah. Well, being up by 16 is actually kind of low compared to, I mean, if you compare it to the Wings of Liberty standard at the moment, where you just drone a lot harder.
Well,
but yeah, he's still in a decent position.
You must also consider he just threw 18 Zerglings.
Yeah,
That was
exactly.
a lot of larvae.
Exactly, yeah.
Now,
And he's
BC,
throwing this fire.
yeah, BC, here's the thing that's great about Widow Mines, guys. They're good against Mutalisks, they're good against Zerglings, they're good against everything early on. It isn't until, like, the Zerg actually starts getting some detection out that they really start tapering off. And, oh, is he going to catch some more Zerglings here, Zeph? Big splat!
Oh.
Will we have a follow-up? More splat!
That physics. Those poor Zegling's corpses do kind of slide grotesquely when they die.
Yeah, and Beastie looks like he's going to go for a big bio follow. So, I mean, these Widow Mines are just kind of that defensive purpose that they perform exactly what he needs, and it's early game defense. They keep him alive long enough for him to be able to make the transition to having a big bio ball, medevacs, awesome speed, ignite afterburners, etc., etc.
Yeah, they do a sickening amount of damage, and the other thing is that they're actually pretty damn good map control. Looking at the positioning that BC's put them in, Lings really just can't get up around that area because they're going to get shut down so quickly.
Well, a really big thing is we do have Mutalisks on the way. Mutalisks in Heart of the Swarm guys are nasty. It doesn't matter what race you're playing against, whether it's Terran, whether it's Protoss, or whether it's your own Zerg kind. That regen on the Mutalisks makes them very, very, very viable now. For those who don't know, there was a thing added into Heart of the Swarm for Mutalisks where they get a lot of HP regen. I think it's like 1 per second or something.
Yeah, that's for sure. And they're a bit faster too, I believe.
Yeah,
So-
and they're gonna come to BC's base, and he doesn't have Widow Mines in the right spot, but he does have a turret up.
Yeah, the turret's going to help out a bit, and the Marines are going to come and join in the fight. The Muta's actually engaging the Marines, and the Marines aren't doing enough damage.
Yes, Stim was not popped on those Marines. Without the combat shield, they don't have a lot of health. Now, BC is desperately trying to get up a second turret, forced to hide his SCVs from the one that currently exists, but, I mean, these Mutalisks have picked off quite a few workers. 13 total killed at this point. And he's got to be careful. The Widow Mine does launch and kill. Oh, man.
Yeah, it'd probably be best to just kind of back away from that, try and pick off some add-ons. He could still get concussive shells. That's not too far from, I mean, too close from finishing. So he should be able to get that if he's careful. And, you know, he's hit a really nice timing here where BC has just kind of gotten his production up into swing, and he doesn't quite have enough units.
Ooh, and he lost a couple more Mutalisks to that same Widow Mine earlier. This thing now has 6 kills on it.
Oh, are these Lings going to cop a hit? They might be, but they are at least going to scout this third base from BC going down.
Oh, and there's the detection. Oh, but they don't kill the Widow Mine. 15 health remaining as they're chased off.
Oh, that's disappointing. I do like Xi.Gua's creep spread. He actually has quite a few active tumors around that he can start spreading towards BC's base, and that'll help him out a lot in seeing where those Widow Mines get burrowed if BC starts to put them in more aggressive positions.
Yeah, that's the great thing about Widow Mines. They can be produced from the reactor on the factory, so you get 2 at a time, and you can just litter the map with them. You can literally litter the map with them.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's like it forces you to absolutely always have detection, or you're running the risk of losing a hell of a lot of units for free.
It's
So,
kind of... It's a little unfortunate for BC though. Like he's really bunkered. Oh, nice shot on those Mutalisks. He's bunkered himself in here very nicely with these Widow Mines, but in doing so, he's been playing very defensive and does not have much map vision whatsoever. 1 health, literally 1 health on that Mutalisk as it escapes. But as we check the vision here, he has no idea. Like Xi.Gua has 4 bases, he only sees 2. Meanwhile, you take a look at Xi.Gua's vision, and man, he sees everything on the map.
Yeah, he seems very comfortable. Nevertheless, with all these Widow Mines as a defense, he's got a bit of a supply depot wall up as well. So this position for Xi.Gua is not really something that he can attack into because it's very well fortified. It doesn't even have to be a planetary. He'll also be attacking down into a choke if he decides to come down from the left, and I mean even up the ramp too. So this is actually quite a nice position for Beastie.
Yeah, Xi.Gua looking to go for those infestors after this. Not sure about his feelings on that. I know some people have been complaining, some people have been praising the actual change to the projectile of fungal growth. We'll have to see how that gets utilized here today. But Beastie looks like he's going to go for a bit of a drop, maybe picking up some Marines for now. Now there's a lot of banelings in this composition, Zeph, but luckily there are some Marauders. Ooh, wow, these Widow Mines are sick. 35 kills on that one Widow Mine. Oh my god.
Damn, that is some serious carnage for one Widow Mine. That's pretty scary. I mean, Xi.Gua might need to be a little bit more careful when he ventures out and just send a few lings at a time. And here we go. He's going to start doing that now. Doesn't want to risk losing anymore.
And we have Drilling Claws on the way here for Beastie too, so he's really looking to utilize these Widow Mines more and more as we get into the late game. But look at this army, Zeph. There's Marauders, there's Widow Mines, there's Marines, oh my! There's everything he could want, and a big swarm of Zerglings as well.
Yeah, it looks like Xi.Gua might actually try and buy some time for his infestors to pop out. He's got 4 ultras on the way, but they're going to take a little too long, I think. So maybe as soon as those infestors come out, he might go for it, but it's going to be so hard to engage with these Widow Mines.
Yeah, we got this nice sort of forward assault coming with Beastie, the Marauders peppering the front line so that the Banelings cannot just rush in. But we also have a drop heading up to the top right corner of the map as we speak, so we'll have to see what Beastie chooses to do with this. He's got some great multi-prong aggression going on. Those infestors dying as soon as they pop.
But Xi.Gua comes in with the rest of his forces. A couple of the Widow Mines have already been taken out. 2, 3, 4, 5 remain. 6 remain. That's still a lot, and it's putting on a lot of pressure to Xi.Gua. He's too scared to run down his ramp.
Yeah, while we have dancing going on back and forth in the front, we got that drop happening at the 4th base location. There's nothing here to defend it, Zeph. These Marines are going to eat their fill tonight.
Yeah, Xi.Gua is just not interested in defending that just yet. He wanted to get rid of the front force, and now finally he will be able to go in there. So at the very least, you know, the hatchery lives, but Beastie does pick off a few workers with that drop.
And getting out with 6 Marines is not too bad. Now here's the problem, though. Ultralisks are on the field. Kind of displaying is completing 3-3s on the way. And Ultralisks, even without upgrades, are kind of the end-all be-all anti-ground unit. But ooh, we have another drop actually heading right into the main for Beastie, or sorry, for Xi.Gua with Beastie's Marines in tow.
Yeah, the other drop on the other side of the map does get cleaned up, so Xi.Gua kind of getting pulled in all directions, and he misses the fungal. There's Medevacs boost on out of there.
Yeah, Beastie with some amazing multi-prong aggression. He is everywhere, Zeph. He's outside the 3rd, he's at the 4th, he's at the 5th, he's at the main. He's everywhere with these medevacs. And this is kind of a Zerg nightmare, where your Terran opponent knows how to multi-prong drop.
Yeah, and Xi.Gua's really struggled to get out on the map himself this game. And oh my gosh, can Beastie snipe this hatchery?
He should be able to get it before the Zerg even touch him, and he does pick up, and we'll get out with most of these units. Meanwhile, the main is chased up by those, but the 5th, is under assault once more. Beastie is just everywhere, but Xi.Gua, not wanting anything to do with that, is charging into the Beastie start with some... Oh no, he sees there's too many Widow Mines with those scouting Zerglings. Decides it's not the best recourse.
Yeah, he might want to just pull back, re-establish space, try and clean up the drops. I would like to see him perhaps invest a little bit into some static defense, because he's seriously getting pulled apart here. Another drop is coming into the natural. Wow, this is so much damage being done. This is
just a Terran's wet dream to be able to drop like this and not be taken out. I mean, look at that medevac that was fungled earlier. It actually escapes with its full contents alive.
Yeah, this is really, really tough for Xi.Gua. He needs to kind of get something done. He's stuck defending this entire time. His creep spread hasn't been pushed out that far. There's still Widow Mines all over the map. This is just a nightmare.
Widow Mines poking away at the Ultralisks. A little bit of a pathetic attempt to do damage, as yes, they destroy Zerglings, but they don't do so good against Ultralisks. But Beastie has established his 4th binders. It is a planetary as well, so Zergling run-bys won't be the biggest threat in the world. A lot of these Widow Mines are starting to get cleaned up, though, and that's going really well for Xi.Gua, but however, he's still got these drops up at the natural. Will he get the Queen? No, it will escape with 37 health. Fungal should be able to clean this up.
Yeah. The last 2 drop ships evacuate out of the main at the same time, but you know,
this
they're on
big
even
force of red.
Right,
big force of red, a lot of Banelings in this.
Can he do the damage he needs? There's a lot of Widow Mines on the ground, a lot of the Banelings explode prematurely, the siege tank's eating a lot of hits as well.
And now there's only Ultralisks. And these Ultras are going to destroy the Marine lines, but there's some Marauders here, and that's exactly what Beastie needs to be able to deal with this. Oh no, that Fungal though chopping up most of the ground forces. Beastie actually now looking to be in a bit of trouble, as we have Zerglings following this up. More Ultras coming across the map as well. His bases are in trouble.
Yeah, they're sending
but look at this choke! Look at this choke!
So sick.
The SVs are on hold position. Oh, Zeph, I love when Terrans have this level of micro.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. He's actually going to hold this off. He lost workers at his third base, but you know, he's not too worried about that. He has two other bases. One that can be established elsewhere, but he's using it for worker production at the moment, and a planetary. He's at the same time trying to drop into the third again.
Yeah, the third, the fifth as well will go down once more. He's going to catch a bit of a drone transfer too. And, I mean, really, BC lost some SCVs, but it's Terran, right? So he's just going to drop some mules. It's all okay. And he gets that fifth base again, limiting Xi.Gua very harshly here.
Yeah, he's hurting him so much. He's also picked off a lot of the infestors in the defense too. So Xi.Gua's in an awkward spot. He's trying to get infestors. He's trying to split his army, which is oftentimes still coming out of lava, to hold all these drops off. He's just having such a rough time. Beastie playing phenomenally.
Beastie is just relentless this game, and I mean, this is probably Beastie at his best, I have to say. The amount of control he's had this game is just insane.
Yeah, that's for sure. He's grabbing another base now, and you're right, he doesn't care about losing workers. He's lost 43 this game, but he's going to get to a point where he wants to throw away workers anyway, so I guess Xi.Gua's just keeping him from having to do
is he
that.
going to snipe the Ultra Cavern? He snipes the Ultra Cavern!
That's a great pick-off.
And now, yeah, the only real threat for him are Zerglings, and I say threat very lightly. We have another Ultra Cavern on the way. But man, he is just keeping Xi.Gua at home. And this is what you want to do. He is, aside from one spout of aggression, a couple Ultras at the fourth base, I mean, Beastie has not had to worry about any sort of repercussion for his constant aggression.
Yeah, pretty much. And he's having a much easier time defending. However, more red is going to swarm into around the
these
third
mines
base.
unburrowed, but those tunneling claws, instant burrow, instant success.
Wow, lots of those Zerglings get taken out, so Xi.Gua's just going to settle for hacking through that mineral line once again. Picking up a lot more workers. He's up into the 60s of workers killed count, but these Ultras will die.
Yeah, but this is the thing though, he's picking up a lot of mineral mining SCVs, which is nice. Of course they get replaced by mules, but either way, Beastie's main composition is a lot of infantry, a lot of low-cost units. Losing things like this, these are not bad trades for him, because he's getting Ultralisks for it. Meanwhile, drop at the third base, the natural base is doing a lot of damage. Only 2 Marauders, but they've cleaned up just about everything here.
Yeah, it seems like Beastie's getting the better end of the trade in every sense. All his drops are doing a lot more damage before they get cleaned up.
How many Wood Mines
the
are on the field right now?
Straight into the face of Xi.Gua. I mean,
there are 19. There are 19 Widow Mines on the field right now.
Wow. Gosh, no wonder he's having trouble.
I mean, yeah, a couple Widow Mines alone don't do a lot of damage versus Ultras, but 19 with splash damage. Oh my goodness, if BC can just catch Xi.Gua's army clumped, he's gonna have a really good fight.
Yeah, there's like a 40 supply lead for BC at this point. The Ultra Cavern is gonna go down again.
Oh, 21 health! Oh, 1 shot! So close.
Wow, he's gonna defend that permanently, or it's gonna go down. Someone needs to like sneeze on that, and it'll finish it off.
I like BC trying to get out with the Ignite Afterburners, but not quite. Oh, no, what are they? Okay, they are Ignite Afterburners. I keep confusing the names because emergency thrusters were so much cooler stuff.
Yeah. I hope they actually do change that name back if possible. And you know, one thing to note is that there are no queens out for Xi.Gua anymore.
Really, no queens on the field? That's when you know you're getting high strung. Oh wow! Look at that Widow Mine drop, Zeph. Third base.
Oh gosh, that is going to do some serious damage.
And we got Marauders.
Xi.Gua cannot afford to take.
Oh, Zeph! Look at the main. He's actually going to lose his spawning pool. His Zerglings are so critical to what he has right now. His Ultras are too expensive to produce en masse. Xi.Gua has not been anything close to max for a while. The spawning pool does go down.
Oh,
and the Ultra Cavern is going to get finished off as well. And right now Xi.Gua can produce little to no units.
Yeah, Xi.Gua kind of has to win with what he has because he's just not getting anything done. The Widow Mines are just defending against attack after attack. And, you know, there's just not much of an army for Xi.Gua right now. And Beastie, his macro is out of control. He's continuing to pull him in all directions. He's in every base. I don't know what Xi.Gua can do.
This really feels like a role reversal, to say the least. I mean, it is so hard in the Swarm only you're going to see situations like this arise.
Yeah.
Now, Beastie, being very stubborn, does not want to lose this base, is repairing the heck out of that planetary fortress. It is not going down. Infested Terror is trying to snipe the SCVs, but there's just too much here. GG out of Xi.Gua.